Welcome back to Rousse Guernsey Shipwrecks. I'm JP Fallais and today is going to be another shore dive. So you probably recognise this, we've been down here loads of times before. This is Heave and we're going to basically go and do a dusky sort of stroke night dive. So we'll probably get in at dusk and it would carry on until it gets dark. It's half tied up and we're basically going to enter at the end of the pier like we normally do. Come in here. Around the corner, we'll drop our strobes on the ladder so we can see the strobes on our return, and then we'll swim out and we'll come out and we'll go off down this way. Can't go too far because there's a it's called the knife or the neck. Basically we'll get dragged out around the corner if we stay down there too long. So we're going to come out, we're going to head along the edge of this reef, probably get to them orange bubbles over there, and then we'll turn around and come back. There's loads of seagrass in here. So I might even have a little look around here. You sometimes get baby congers, whips, small lobsters, and I'll keep my fingers crossed. Am I going to see a seahorse? Probably not, but I'll still have a go at looking. So as you can see, the tide's coming up. The sky is actually pretty grey and pretty overcast, but it's not going to matter to us because we're going to go in when it's dark anyway. People coming today. We got Matt, Phil and Mish again. So let's just walk back up there, get the gear ready, and we'll start getting in the water. Welcome back. We're swimming along the inside of Rousse Pier at the moment, and I've just taken a while to have a look through all these little holes. I notice there's a shanker inside there, but you see the tide washing through, just moving back and forth. Probably wouldn't notice this, it's only the fact that I was getting pushed away from the hole I realised. So this pier is quite old. I know it is made for the fishermen to land their catch so they didn't have to get wet when they get out of their boats, around about 1860-ish. Or after 1860. Whoa, there's another bit here where the foundations are missing. See, must be a family of wrasse living there, and there's another shanker on the left there. Take a look at the tide. Really, that should be repaired before it gets too bad. It's the action of the sea and the swell will suck all the stones out of it. I know a load of repairs were done in February last year and everything cost money, but I think it's well worth repairing now. It's easier to repair now than rebuild later. You can see all these stones have been rolled over onto their tops. So it's basically the underside. This is from the ormerers. I mean, I don't really blame them. I used to do it before I realised how important it was to put it back, so I'm not judging them. And plus, some of them are so big, you probably waste all your energy putting them back. I am rolling the smaller ones, which I can manage myself, back. It's unfortunate because we've got a huge ground heave and it seems to be kicking up all the seaweed. Because the tide's coming in, watch the weed. It's not really weed, this is seagrass, it's actually a perennial as well. Watch it, it flows towards my right for 2 or 3 seconds, and then as it comes back, it doesn't stay very long before it goes back again. As long as it's doing this, it's pushing me into the bay. Once it stops and turns around the other way, I'll have to start swimming back to shore. Don't think I'm going to see any seahorses in this. Oh well. Looks like it's on to plan B and have a look for some anemone prawns. So I've seen them in this area before, but I'm not holding my breath because this ground heave is quite bad. I think it was that bad that Matt actually pulled my fin and said I'm going back. I don't think it's too bad, so I'm going to carry on. A load more rocks are upside down. Don't realise the ormers feed on the weed that's actually above the rocks. By leaving them upside down, they're actually getting rid of the weed which the ormers feed on, and also all the fish eggs and snail eggs and everything else that's actually put under the rock out of UV light is now all perishing. So it's kind of pretty bad leaving them upside down, but I think I've gone as far as I want to go now. I'll just tell Phil, let's pull his fin. Yeah, let's turn around and go head back. I know where there's anemone prawns, right in close to the pier. Every so often we find a little bit of metal. Not quite sure what that was for. An old plate or something. We'll leave it there. Oh, take a look at this. Some sort of snail that's mowed his way a little trail in the algae that started growing on the underside. At least something's benefited out of it. Now it's just a matter of looking for some stones that I've got. Put these back. Looking for some stones with some sea anemones on now, or some snake lock anemones, because that's where you find them. These prawns only live on snake lock anemones. Don't think there's any on these. This is what they're looking for, ormers. That's a baby one that's died. Just a shell. Oh look, there's a shanker on the right hand side here. Time to have a look with the macro. So you can see what I mean, all these eggs underneath you can see on the rocks. Just on the back of the... There he is, can you see him? Bottom right hand corner. These are really hard to film because they're so glassy clear. They've got little lilac sort of lines all over their claws and their legs with little black dots on their body. Actually extremely hard to see, especially as the tide is pushing the tentacles back and forth. See if we can slow it down and have a close look. Can you see it just on the outside? I think I read somewhere that these were first described in St Catherine's Bay in Jersey in about 1861. So you can see these in the UK, in the south of the UK, but it's only a handful of dive sites you can go to see these. But they seem to be everywhere in Guernsey, which is really nice for us. Now Phil knows what I'm looking for. We're going to go and search for some more. look here, there's an ormer that's managed to get away from the ormerers. Just watch how fast these things move, and I haven't sped up the footage either. Since I've been using the macro lens, I've actually noticed stuff which I haven't noticed before. Take a look, they got like little tiny claws near their mouth. Are they catching food? I think they are. I think it's about time we headed back to the pier now, because I've got a feeling the tide is starting to pull us back. I need to get my strobes back off the ladder again, so I've got to head to the end of the pier. We'll overshot it and come around and come back on ourselves. Cool, it's a smelt. These things are amazing, they're like see-through. You can actually see like its little purple brain inside his head. I couldn't get close enough with the macro, but it keeps swimming into the lens as well. I think it was a good shout coming back, because now the tide is high, it seems there's a heck of a swell rolling in. Okie doke.
What do you want to do? Do you want to swim down the side of the pier? Perhaps it's really slippy.
Yeah, we'll swim down the side, mate.
Right down the side.
Don't want to get out just yet, I've only been 35 minutes. Let's have a little look along the edge of the pier again. See if I can find them holes. Maybe even use the macro on some smaller marine animals. It's like swimming through a soup of seaweed at the moment. Oh, here's the hole again, with our wrasse family getting sucked in and out. The strawberry colour wrasse. Oh, the brown edible crab's left. Maybe we'll always see him scurrying along the wall somewhere. This is how these lines are made, by the swell going backwards and forwards, basically making it up into long, thin, small pyramids. Was this a bit of the original formwork when they made the pier back in the 1860s? Maybe. It's lasted a long time for ours. Found a little hermit crab. And as I'm heading in, we do actually see this big brown edible crab. And this one's big enough to take, I'm sure it is. But I'm not here for fish today, certainly not crabs. There's still loads of ground here, and you can see it here on this green sponge finger. I wouldn't actually hold on to that. Its Latin name's Codium fragile, so I doubt it'd hold your weight. Smaller, flightier crab here. So I'm not holding out to see anything else now, because we're on the concrete slipway heading up the side of the pier. We're almost there. I can see Phil's torches. Head towards the light. Thanks for coming along with us on another dive. If you enjoyed that, please subscribe. Please leave a like or comment. And I will catch you on the next tide.